although like sunbeams to our glowworm mind. Our mind thinks they are sunbeams, but our mind is only going by the light of a glowworm, small little flicker of light. But it does shine in the light, it does shine by the flicker of that light. Although, like sunbeam, to our glowworm mind, her knowledge feigns to fall from a clear heaven. So, as if it looks as if that her knowledge that reason is coming down from that. But at the same time, it is true that pure reason does catch sometimes what is behind it, pure reason, Plato's reason. There is a merit in it, idea. He caught hold of some truth of it, and it is that idea which expresses itself in reason form, you see. So pure reason does achieve that. Although like sunbeams to our glowworm mind, her knowledge feigns to fall from a clear heaven. Its rays are a lantern's luster in the night. So glowworm, lantern in the night, you see. This is what its rays stands here for, of course, her knowledge. Or you can say glowworm mind. Her knowledge feigns to fall from a clear heaven. Its knowledge, of that glowworm mind's knowledge, are a lantern's luster in the night. She throws a glittering robe of ignorance. Well, glittering, well, it does shine in the night on ignorance. Some kind of light is there, some kind of understanding has been reached about certain things. In fact, it is not all that futile. Science, based on reason, pure reason, has achieved something very miraculous, something of the deep truth of matter it has been able to catch hold of. See, it is not so futile, but then that is something which is passing, which is present today. Tomorrow, your own understanding of that material world will be different and will keep on constantly changing altogether, you see. This is what has happened. She throws a glittering robe on ignorance, but now is lost her ancient sovereign claim. Ancient sovereign claim. What is a sovereign claim? That she is the one who will bring knowledge. She is the one who will bring truth. That is her ancient claim. Reason is there to bring knowledge. It is her claim, ancient claim, sovereign claim. But now is lost. But that is no more there at all. That pure reason is not present there at all. But now is lost her ancient sovereign claim to rule mind's high realm in the absolute right. What is the claim? What does she claim? Her claim is that mind's high realm in her absolute right be ruled. That is her claim. Sovereign claim for all. To rule mind's realm with absolute right. That is her claim. But then that claim is lost completely. That is a sovereign claim. But now lost her ancient soul. The claim is basically that mind's realm can be understood, can be grasped, can be figured out by reason. That is law. Bind thought with logic's force, infallible chain, or see truth nude in a bright, abstract haze. Well, that is what happens, you see. Or see truth nude, I am spotty in a bright and in a bright, spotty, direct haze, I am a master and slave of stark phenomenon. She is the master and she is also slave of phenomenon. She travels on the roads of erring sight. Erring because she herself doesn't know whether it is true or not. But then how does she know that she is erring or not? She does not know really at all, you see. She has no idea that she is really discovering the truth. She thinks that she is discovering the truth, but a greater perception, a greater discernment of things can tell you that she is making a mistake constantly, you see. She travels on the roads of erring side or looks upon a set mechanical world constructed for her by her instrument. She has devised instruments for her, and she is then guided by what the senses say. You build a physical apparatus, you build a telescope, you build a microscope, you build all kind of huge mechanical gadgets like that, and the kind of information you get, it is that thing which is guiding you see. But then that may not be necessarily the true truth of things, you see. All looks upon a set mechanical world constructed for her by her instrument. So all our understanding is actually, the physical world's understanding is actually based on what we have built as instruments and what the instruments are providing us, are constantly giving us, you see. That is the only way, you see. A bullock yoked in the cart of proven fact. So she is a bullock yoked in the cart of proven fact. She drags huge knowledge bales through matter's dust. Knowledge bale, loads of knowledge she is dragging, you see, matter's dust, to reach utilities immense bazaar. So ultimately, all that knowledge is for what purpose? It is for marketing. Marketing. For marketing, you see. You sell things in the market and you profit from that. You enjoy it for a while and then go to another market and keep on doing, build up another market, another Walmart Street. She drags huge knowledge bale through matter's dust to reach utilities immense bazaar. Utilities immense bazaar. In fact, that is what all our mechanical... See, this is what we say. Necessity is the mother of inventions. That is what we say. Necessity is the mother of invention. Mother of invention. Necessity what? Necessity to buy something in the bazaar, in the market, you see. And then you bring out different color, different shape, different forms of the same object, and you get attracted and you continue to buy like that, you see. Maybe it is the same food, but prepared in a different way, and then you start enjoying it also. To reach utility is immense. Utility, well, it means that it has a time-bound utility, it has a certain purpose, it does help you also, you see. Well, we have got cars, we have got this thing, they are now in the utilities bazaar actually at the moment, you see. Our whole civilization is based on cars at the moment, you see. And it's a wonderful civilization in a way, you see. It has achieved something, but then it is bound to collapse. It is bound to change. It has to change, you see. The whole civilization in which we are living, I mean, but the car has really brought something wonderful also. You see, you have got a golf club 20 miles away. You have got a gymnasium another 20 miles away. You have got a big bazaar another 20 miles away. How do you go there? See, you have to have transport for that. Cycling 20 miles for golf club? Impossible, you see. Like that, you see. So and now that earlier you had the horse carts and all those kind of things, but they are of no use at all. So the civilization has definitely brought something, but then it has become so used, so mechanical that it is becoming burdening. Say, you want transport to reach a destination in the shortest period of time. But then each one wants that kind of a thing, and then you got traffic jams. You land into traffic jam, you get delayed for hours and hours and hours like that. You can't. So what you have invented car for speed, that itself is now preventing you from speed. You see. That is the problem, that's a dilemma in which we have landed. And therefore, all right, this will go on maybe for another 50 years, maybe 100 years, but then it is bound to change. A new type of civilization will definitely come out. And perhaps the small, tiny experiment of that kind of a new thing in Auroville, where you have got everything. Each community should be self-contained and fulfilling with a population of not more than 100,000 people. By itself should be full and everything should be available. So 100,000 people here, 100,000 people here, 100,000 people here. So like that, if you develop like that communities, then it becomes a different kind of a civilization altogether. And perhaps that is what Auroville is supposed to inaugurate, initiate, bring about in the scheme of social activities, you see. But Auroville is too small as an experiment also, too small. 2,000 people is hardly of any size. You have to have a critical size of at least 50,000 people so that the model can then be multiplied to different places like that. So the whole idea should be that it should really grow to a certain critical size of at least 50,000 people there around with all the diverse activities and without all those problems of land grabbing and whatnot and whatnot. You see, all those human aspects are there. But they have to be met also. They are there, they have to be met also. They cannot be wished away. You have to live with them, you have to tackle with them, you have to find solutions for them, you see. All the same thing indicates ashram is that way too small a unit, even to think of that sort of a thing. It is too small a unit. And the whole idea of the ashram is of a different type. It is not from the point of view of spiritual community to develop ashram. Ashram is a place for intensification of your own spiritual possibility. Your own spiritual possibility. The collective atmosphere is for growth of individual possibilities in the deepest spiritual sense. Well, that is the ideal. But even that is now wanting in practice, which is unfortunate, you see. Which is unfortunate. Apprentice, she has grown to her old drudge, so she falls into her routine again, you see. And aided sense is her seeking's arbiter. Sense which is aided by external instrument. That sense tells you whether this is right or wrong. That is the arbiter, decides that thing. This now she uses as the assayer stone. She, reason, this, that sense. This is now that sense, who is the seeking arbiter. And reason using that sense as the assayer stone. Assayer, you judge the quality of a ornament, whether it is pure gold or pure silver, using an assayer stone. It is a small, round, well-polished quartz, piece of quartz on jasper. So you take your ring and rub it here, and on the basis of the scratch which comes on this one, you decide, people who are well versed in that art, on the nature of the scratch, you will say whether it is pure gold or whether it is contaminated, whether it is full of brass or gold. They will immediately decide on that basis of the scratch itself, you see. That is the assayer's stone. That is the assayer's stone, you see. As if she knew not facts or husks of truth. Well, she does not know that what you have got is only the husk, you see. You take a peanut, and then what you do is, you throw away the nut and only hold the outer shell, you see, in your hand. Outer shell in your hand, you see. As if she knew not facts or husks of truth. Perfectly monosyllabic, as if she knew not facts or husks of truth. As if, almost an I am. She knew I am, not facts I am, or husk I am, or truth I am. You see. Perfect monosyllabic line, you see. To emphasize the futility of this assayer stone. You are using an assayer stone, and ultimately what do? You throw away the gold coin and clinch at the iron rod. The husk she keeps, the kernel throws aside. The kernel throws aside. So, you see, I mean, the whole logic looks so simple, but see the poetry. And the poet is exploiting every aspect of human nature in understanding these things.